It's just something that bitches love to do. Just like men love to get their dick wet. A hot, fuckable sister, so hopefully a stepsister.
So who cares? Why not do your own thing and let them say what they want?
What do you guys think of when you hear the term girl's girl? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, here are my glasses. I have a prescription now. Isn't that crazy? So it's not one of those ones where like I need it to drive or I need it to exist or it's like super, super blurry when I take them off. But I do have, I guess, a slight astigmatism in one eye. And it is so funny. Let me tell you very quickly, not to completely derail the whole video, the story of how I found out that I should go to the eye doctor and see if I had some degradation of my eyesight. So we were in Monterey last year at the end of the year and I was having like weird vertigo issues, like not crazy like whole world is spinning type vertigo issues, but just like a little bit of dizziness and nausea and stuff like that. And I was just like, what is going on with me? So I noticed that when I really try to focus on something and I cover one eye, I don't know why I tried to do this. I kind of just realized the stuff wasn't as sharp as it should be, but then I covered one eye and realized it was just basically one eye, the left eye, that was doing this to me. So I was like, is this just a temporary thing from like whatever nausea and vertigo I have right now? And I kept checking week after week and it was still a thing. So I decided to finally book an appointment with an eye doctor and go in and get it checked. And when I was younger, I always had like better than 20/20 vision or something, but I feel like I've always probably had this slight astigmatism. It's really trippy when they put the little things over your eyes when you have astigmatism because some of them that don't actually make your eyesight better just stretch the shit out of everything. So basically my eyeball, one of my eyeballs, this one, the good one actually, the one that actually almost does see things perfectly clearly, is it stretches things a little bit. It's weird. When you have a really bad astigmatism, that's when, you know, if you try to take a photo with your phone of like a light and the light stretches out, that's kind of like how you see things. Yeah, this makes it a lot more sharp. Not a lot more actually, just a little bit more sharp, especially at night. And I basically just use them for when I'm watching TV or something, but I think they're cute. Kind of got a Harry Potter-esque young girl, nerdy girl vibe, so occasionally you might see me wearing these. I'm not a poser even though I kind of am because I really only wear them when I'm laying on the couch playing Stardew on the big screen with my boyfriend, which is one of my favorite things in the whole world, or watching TV because it's just like a whole new world of sharpness. Wow. Anyway, let's get into the actual topic of the video. Thank you for listening to my little update in life. I have so many updates of my life that instead of make a very long, boring update video about everything that's changed since you guys have seen me, since my weird allergic reaction stint at the beginning of the year, I thought I would just throw tidbits in there within another video that has an actual topic. So I was doom scrolling on Instagram, as you do, as I very rarely do because I really try not to, and I came across this girl who I find to be very funny. I'll post her link down in the description, but she talks mostly comedically about like being a sugar baby. She just recently got super fit, so love to see that as well. And she's just kind of funny. I don't really get offended by the whole like sugar baby, sugar daddy conversation because I'm not a dude. I'm never going to be taken advantage of by a girl as a sugar mama or whatever. So to me, it's just kind of funny, even though it's totally not my lifestyle, not my thing. And this video of hers popped up that was like, you're not a girl's girl. I don't blame you. It's because you're insecure. Because when I think of a girl's girl, I think of it as the female version of a man's man, right? And the definition of a man's man is a man who gets along with men really well, who likes to smoke cigars and do manly things and all these kinds of things. And so a girl's girl would be a girl who likes girly things, who likes to hang out with girls, who gets girls a lot better than she gets men, right? So how can you be insecure if you're not a girl's girl? It just happens to be that you're not that big into girly stuff like me. Obviously, I've been called a pick-me pretty much my entire life, and to a certain extent, I'm just an authentic pick-me, honestly. I'm sure some of it stems from my attachment style, my anxious attachment, and then other parts of it is just like kinks that I have. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with where I am as a pick-me, but as a non-girl's girl, I had to look this definition up because I thought it was quite odd to say that you're insecure if you're not a girl's girl. So let's go ahead and jump into Google, where I typed in, doesn't recognize my face with glasses on, wonderful, girl's girl definition, as one does. It says, a girl's girl is a woman who supports other women through kindness, empathy, and community. It can also mean to respect female etiquette. I don't know what that is even. I mean, being easily offended? I don't know. And value the girl's code. Encouraging and supporting other women. That's me. Telling women they are beautiful. That's me. Making women feel better in front of their crush. That's me. cultivating close female friendships. Okay, that one is admittedly not me, but advocating for another woman in a room full of men. I don't know that I've ever been in this situation, but I certainly don't like try to downplay another woman in the presence of men or something because I feel like I'm competition to them sexually. I don't know. Helping a coworker succeed in their job. Doesn't even say whether or not it's a man or a woman coworker, but okay. Being excited for a friend's new apartment. New apartment. That's pretty specific. I would be excited for my friend's new apartment. Telling a friend that their makeup is pretty. That's me. So, am I, in fact, a girl's girl? Well, the term girl's girl is part of Gen Z slang and has been popular on TikTok. It's important to have positive relationships with other women. Okay, yeah, I'm sure. A girl's girl is just a girl who's not a huge bitch to other girls. I get it now why that chick on Instagram said that if you're not a girl's girl, you're probably insecure. Okay, so if a girl's girl is basically born of TikTok and the antithesis of a pick-me, are you really a girl's girl? Someone who supports other women if you're calling other women like me a pick-me? I just don't get it. Every girl I've ever seen who says, oh my God, I'm a girl's girl is just full of girl drama and not being reliable to their other girlfriends. The whole reason why I am not the term that I thought was girl's girl, someone who has a lot of girlfriends, is because most girls are not that definition of girl's girl. Most girls will talk behind your back. Most girls are way too easily offended. Most girls do not accept you for who you are if you are different. Most girls have one set group of interests. And most girls like to put down other men or have like a man-hating thing. I feel like my 3 closest friends, except for Kristen, all fucking talk about how much they hate men in like a joking, funny, cute way that is not funny or cute to me. So yeah, I guess I'm a girl's girl, but I'm that forgotten art of a girl's girl that is so jaded by other women and the other experiences of insecure other women who are not girl's girls that she is no longer a man's man girl's girl type girl's girl. Does that make sense? Let's look up the definition of a pick-me while we're here. The term is used to describe a girl who does everything for external, mostly male validation. I would argue that most girls who call themselves girls are doing that and shaming pick-me's because they themselves are doing a pick-me action by being like, hey boys, I'm living for myself and my girls. I am way better than this pick-me girl who's like a fake ass bitch. So silly. Is there a list of like things that make you a pick-me girl? She puts her friends down in the process in a way that doesn't seem like actually putting her friends down. I've never put my friends down in my entire life other than just being like literally honest about who they are, and that's men and women. So every time I've heard someone derogatorily call me a pick-me or call other girls a pick-me, it's always like, oh yeah, this girl has a lot of guy friends and she's the cool girl and she is not offended by the jokes that they make. Well, yeah, that's me, and I'm genuinely not offended by those things. I have a friend, probably my second closest female friend, and she is very, very girly. All of her friends are girls, while at the same time she struggles with female friendships in the same way that I do. Girls are often shitty behind your back. They have a way more nefarious way of fucking you over. It's not just like straight to your face or wanting to fight you or like being an asshole to you. It's literally like psychological manipulation that really tires me out, because at first, every time I meet a girl, I think they're absolutely amazing and they're so sweet and they're kind and they open up to me and they like to chat and they're like cool and chill and like maybe I can learn something from them because they have a different makeup style. But then like soon after, without fail, they become either really needy in the relationship. So like if I don't constantly talk to them, they kind of let the friendship dwindle, or they actually never liked me in the first place. I don't know if this issue, because I've talked about it so many times, I don't know if this issue is an issue that has to do with women like myself who just don't have stereotypical feminine interests as much as male interests, or if it has to do with girls who are considered mainstream attractive, so that it's really hard for other women to get past the whole like instinct of trying to fight me as a competitor in the sexual marketplace or something in order to be my actual friend. I don't know what it is, but this is just like a thing that has plagued me my whole life, and I've become softer with it. I've become more understanding of it. I've kind of become more happy with the fact that I just have few girlfriends and that's fine. And I don't really like female interests anyway. Like when I look at a bachelorette party or something, or what women as a group do for fun without men intermingling, it's really not my thing, honestly. And I've tried to stop hating on it as much because I kind of felt like the hatred for it was like real, but in the same way it was amplified because I was just so angry that like I could never find a girl who was more like me, who didn't like that stuff as much and who didn't want the drama on top of that. So anyway, going back to my friend. My friend, she is a girl's girl and a girly girl on top of that. A girl who identifies more with female interests and female etiquette, I guess you would call that. Like, she is more sensitive to certain things and she does have more connection to her feelings and stuff like that, which is not a bad thing. I'm learning so much from her. I was semi-forced into being this girl's friend through circumstance, and it has taught me so much about being a better friend and a better person, and so much about the feminine female who isn't a piece of shit, because she's not. But at the same time, she said something to me last time we went out for coffee. She was like, I've never had like just a guy friend. Like, I've always had guys who either want to fuck me or are dating me, and then they're also my friend. I've never had just a guy friend. And I was thinking about it, and I could totally see that girl never having a guy friend because she's just so into the feminine stuff. Like, she calls the PlayStation 4 an Xbox type of thing. You know what I mean? And like, she's strong as hell, but in like a feminine way, not in like a masculine way. And she talks like a feminine girl, but like, I can still bridge the gap because for one of the first times in my life, I feel like this person actually has a bond with me and doesn't have weird ulterior motives trying to compete with me. Maybe something will come up down the line through both of our feminine and my masculine instincts. I don't know. But for right now, I'm really grateful to have this person and this insight into a person like this as a friend so that I can grow and actually have my like second female friend. That's pretty cool too. If I ever have a bachelorette party of my own. No, it's not going to be drinking champagne on a boat and wearing like cute little outfits. Well, it will be wearing cute little outfits, but we'll probably be like off-roading or something crazy. I don't know. Anyway, if I ever do have a bachelorette party, I'll have like 2 women to invite. It's great. But I just thought it was so weird and so ironic that this term that's apparently from TikTok is basically an answer to the pick-me girl while being a different, more nefarious, more feminine version of a pick-me. You're basically just saying, I'm better than the girl who does things for male validation, which, by the way, if a girl's actually doing a lot of stuff for male validation, you want to know why? She's probably been ostracized by the women, as I have, and the men aren't so assholey and much easier to deal with because they want to fuck her. Let's talk about female and male friendships for a moment, because I had this epiphany recently, because I do agree that it's hard, especially if both parties are attractive, for the man to not want to fuck the girl in a male-female relationship. And I can also see, now that I know more feminine women, how a girl cannot really have anything in common with a guy, and therefore it would be very hard for them to actually be organic friends without the sexual lust and all of that stuff tied in, keeping their connection alive. I think that good friendships are built on common interests and common hobbies. Like, you're able to do something together. You know, sometimes it's as crappy as we just really love drink together. Sometimes it's we really love to, talk and discuss things. And then other times it's like video games or something like that. The demographic of people who play video games, and I mean like real video games, not like Candy Crush, is still male dominated. So of course, if you're gonna build a friendship over playing Monster Hunter World or something, what's the new one? Monster Hunter Wilds, then you're probably gonna have some male friends. And that's how I developed a lot of my male friends. It wasn't from them just being like, oh yeah, she's hot as fuck, let me go talk to her. It's like a lot of them didn't even know what I looked like first, just liked me as a streamer and thought I was funny, and of course also wanted to fuck me. But I believe that in a male and female relationship, at first there's going to be a lot of strong attraction probably, but once you build that common sense of humor, that common hobby, that friendship can be a lot stronger than the desire to want to fuck you. Moreover, I believe that the desire to want to fuck you coming from the male side of the friendship is actually not that deep. Men will pretty much fuck anything. Men are constantly horny. Men are driven often by looks and by libido and things like this, and it's really just a part of their life. So the fact that there is something that is fuckable in the friendship circle does not necessarily mean that they're gonna go full on obsessed with you, huge crush, like they want to marry you, and that's why they're still talking to you, like friend zoned, hoping one day that they'll get together with you. That is a totally separate and not as common situation as the guy friend who becomes the guy friend because he wants to fuck you, or the guy friend who does have similar hobbies in common with you but still wants to fuck you. I just think it's not that big of a deal that a guy friend wants to fuck you. It doesn't mean that the friendship isn't there or is degraded because men just want to fuck everything of the female form, especially if if they can get along with her and she's not going to be annoying and naggy or something, or like want more supposedly because you're already friends. I can totally see, because I'm also like this, because I'm more male brained, I can see that being a thing. I can definitely see wanting to fuck my friends, male and female, but still wanting to just be friends with them and not like being like, oh, that's a waifu. Oh my God. Yes, of course, there are a lot of shitty friendships where a nice guy gets friend zoned and he's got a ton of limerence for this chick and he's just sitting there lusting over the idea of them being together forever, and he thinks that slow rolling it as a friend is going to be the way to do that. Yes, there are many men like that in relationships and friendships, but my male friends are not like that. Do I think my male friends would still fuck me? Absolutely. Why the fuck not? I'm great in bed. I have big tits. Whatever. But like, would that be the main thing? Like, obviously after we slept together, there would probably develop feelings, but these people are my friends first, even though maybe they wanted to fuck me first when they first saw me and became my friend. Does that make any sense? So it's like, what is something that's like intrinsic to women? I don't know. Bitches love shopping. I don't know. you can see the pick me nature here. I'm joking though, God, but bitches do love shopping. I love shopping. I'm a bitches. Bitches are still gonna want to go shopping with their guy friends. They're always just gonna want to shop. Bitches are gonna want to shop with their girlfriends. It doesn't mean that the need for shopping is higher than the need for friendship. I don't know. It doesn't mean that if you never go shopping with your friend, you're not going to be friends anymore. It's just something that bitches love to do, just like men love to get their dick wet. So I don't think it's that deep. I do think when you're friend zoned and you're hoping for a future with the person and you're in limerence and you're putting someone on a pedestal and you're not telling them your true intentions, that is shitty. I really don't think I have any male friendships like that. I think I kind of become more of like a sister to them, like a hot fuckable sister, so hopefully a stepsister, because I'm not really like sweet and girl next door and waifu like that. I don't talk like that. So I think the notions of that kind of thing, and I also don't lead guys on, so the notions of that kind of thing kind of go by the wayside pretty quickly. But it's interesting to know this girly girl and see that, yeah, like she would have nothing in common with any of my guy friends or most guys that I know. And so it totally makes sense because I'd never really gotten to know closely, or more closely at least, a woman who is like that. So shout out to her for expanding my mind. Once again, my mind is expanded every day. It's wonderful. Oh my God, I just took my Fitbit off. That was horrible. I just like clipped it off with my nail. What do you guys think about this girls girl and pick me thing? I think it's quite ironic that girls are like, oh my God, I'm a girls girl. Fuck that pick me. When really, if you're for the girls, you're for all the girls, not just the fucking girls that are the same as you. And if I knew more girls like that, I would have more girlfriends. But until then, and until the interests align a little bit more masculine for more women, I'm still gonna be a pick me, and I'm happy to be. So yeah, while also being the almost perfect definition of a girl's girl, Google. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love you guys so much. Let me know what you think of the glasses. Do you like them? Do you think they're cute on me? Let me know. I always love to hear from you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And to all the girls watching this today, I am a true girl's girl. That's why I was ostracized by all of the other girls. And that's why I'm so jaded by women. So like when I meet a girl, I don't assume that she's like that, but my guard is definitely up. I just don't really push the connection far because first of all, it's hard for me to even find someone who has similar interests to me that's female. But then after that, I just take it slow. Don't expect anything, I guess. I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a wonderful day. I love you. Bye.